Hi, let's understand the difference between a physical class and an online class. The COVID 19 pandemic has suddenly forced us to change the way we do things. The most drastic change has come in the way children learn and so in the way we teach. Learning has always been associated with physically going to school. The current pandemic has made it impossible for anyone to step out of their houses, let alone go to school. The only way to have continued and uninterrupted learning is through online classes. What we had all along told the students was detrimental to them, that is, screen time or use of mobiles and tabs, has now become the only way possible for them to learn. There's been a paradigm shift from classroom teaching to online teaching, and we have to adapt our teaching style and strategies accordingly and fast. Let's understand and adapt. Let's understand the key differences between teaching in a physical class and teaching in an online class. What are the similarities and what are the differences? The objectives, however, remain the same. Cognitive learning, that is, attainment of intellectual abilities and social insights. Psychomotor development, learning of a practical active skill. And affective learning, development of emotions, attitudes, and values. So, what's different? Let's analyze the 10 key differences between a physical class and an online class. The first difference is the school atmosphere. School is a place of learning, and all the experiences and the environment are geared to creating an ambience suitable for learning. There are no people or places that take away from this learning atmosphere. Whereas in an online class, the learning atmosphere is compromised. This is because students learn from home. They may or may not have a dedicated place to connect. The home ambience is very different and is geared towards comfort of the family rather than learning. In an online class, people are moving about. There are different sounds and smells intruding on the child's senses, so concentration is bound to be distracted. It is more public and viewers judge the teacher. There is no scope for even the tiniest bit of error. The second difference is in the classroom ambience. Classrooms encourage and stimulate students to learn. The visual aspect is colorful and intriguing. The furniture is arranged to ensure maximum interaction and eye contact. In an online class, the ambience is quite the opposite. We see students sitting in their living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, and even kitchens, depending on their convenience. Parents, siblings, and family members are often seen walking in and out of the frame, totally distracting the child. The third difference are the factors of effective teaching: face-to-face interaction, eye contact, non-verbal cues, body language, and tone. Also, a factor of effective teaching is spontaneous conversation. All these help both the teacher and student to interpret and recall the information being presented. There is also the ability to engage in natural and spontaneous conversations that enrich the learning experience. In an online class, the lack of face to face interaction and eye contact limits the ability to read cues. While one can see the faces of students, you can't look at them all at once with the same level of ease as you do in a physical class. This diminishes the impact of the lesson. The fourth difference: varied activities to break the monotony and impact effectiveness. In a physical class, the teacher can use a variety of activities to enhance the impact of the lesson. Seating can be changed, there can be role plays, activities, and The activities can be moved outdoors too. However, in an online class, everything has to be done in a fixed place. The teacher at a spot from home or the school, and the students at their designated study areas. This becomes monotonous after a while. The fifth difference is the teaching strategy suitable for all learning styles. In a physical class, the teacher can devise strategies for auditory, visual, and kinesthetic learners. In an online class, the teacher can address only the auditory and visual learning styles. There is not much she can do to engage the students with the kinesthetic learning style. The sixth difference is in the use of teaching aids and hands-on activities. Teachers have more flexibility in designing the use of teaching aids in a physical class. Manipulatives, maps, charts, flip charts, physical objects, experiments, and etc. can be used to make the class more interesting and to drive home the concept clearly. While in an online class too, one could use a number of teaching aids. The impact is lost because the teacher is seen through a small screen with all the accompanying distractions of learning from home. Seventh difference is the classroom control and discipline. By far one of the most crucial differences between the two types of classes is classroom control and discipline. Face-to-face interaction and eye contact in a physical class enhances attention and staying on task. Whereas in an online class, lack of face-to-face interaction and eye contact allows the student's attention to wander, and it's not so effective. The eighth difference is in the social interaction. One of the most effective factors in the learning ecosystem is social interaction between peers and other fellow students in the school. A lot is learnt by listening and watching peers, and also when the class is not in session. This kind of social interaction is non-threatening and helps the students. In an online class, this interaction is very limited as time is of essence and each session is a different entity with a new login needed. The ninth difference is the personal interaction with the teacher. One of the most inspiring aspects of school life is the impact the teacher has on students. A kind word, small praise, mentoring, personal doubt clarification, all these help tremendously in helping the student understand. In an online class, there is not much scope for personal interaction between the student and the teacher. While personal meetings can be set up after school time, it is very time consuming and not as effective. The tenth difference is in creativity. Physical classes lend to creativity and enable the teacher to use a variety of innovative instruction strategies. In an online class, there's a limit to what the teacher can use because she uses scripted lectures and presentations. And generally, since classes are interspersed with short breaks, there is always a rush to complete work, and there is an overload of information. Creativity is usually the victim. So, having understood the basic differences between the two formats, we have to tailor our teaching styles to incorporate the best strategies to make the teaching learning process as effective as possible. We cannot continue to teach as we did in a physical class and expect amazing results. Our motto going forward: learn, unlearn, and relearn.